Looks pretty good. Oh, I also remembered to drill for the. I finally remembered to drill for the spark plugs when that time's can't come. So it is drilled out. Welcome back to the workbench where we try to make things. And what we're continuing to try to make today is Revell's 1956 Ford Thunderbird model. And working on the drivetrain. Made pretty good progress, I think. I got to say I made pretty good progress. I still have the chrome parts. Let me just show those real quick. They're here all painted up with the chrome marker pin thing, whatever. The generic chrome pin from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to let these dry probably over the weekend because I just want to make sure they're nice and cured before I start messing with them. Basically, I've got to get in here and put the kind of the black. So on these valve covers, you know, down in the recessed parts of these ribs, it's black. So I'm going to have to do that with some black wash. And then this little bitty part here where it says Thunderbird is actually like a teal green, or like a seafoam green, I guess maybe is what the color would be called. So I've got to do that too, but I'll probably do that probably Sunday. So if we have, well, I might even do it Monday. I'll do that Monday because Monday we're going to actually have an update on the Mustang. So I'll give it all weekend for that chrome to kind of cure up and where I'm not too as worried about touching it. Anyways, and I'll do that on Monday, and then Tuesday we'll hopefully have an update on that. But the motor itself, here's a quick look at it. So I've started getting all the black pieces painted. The aluminum stuff is kind of painted, including a first kind of coat of aluminum for the transmission itself. But the main task I had between, was it 2 days ago and today, was getting a carburetor put together. So let me remind you what the carburetor looks like, or what the carburetor we're trying to make looks like, which is a Holley 4004V. It's commonly known as a Teapot carb. Basically, the bowl and the what do you call it? The throttle advance, whatever. All that mechanism is on top. So it's kind of weird now. So and I can't remember if I talked about this last time, but I found a carburetor in my pile of junk. Basically, I'm a hoarder, so I have just piles of junk. And basically what was I guess supposed to be like a Holley double pumper looking kind of carb. And what I did, and I'll throw pictures up as we go here. I did remember to take pictures. I always forget to take pictures of the process. I remember to do it this time. But what I did is I just chopped off this front bowl because one of the things that's going to stand out on this carb is that a vacuum advance or something, I guess, up front there. So I wanted to get that put on the front of this carburetor. And I again went through my pile of junk and I found what was an old 5-liter Mustang intake. And where'd I cut it off of? I guess right here was kind of something that looks like, to me, with a little bit of reshaping, looked like that vacuum advance. And so I did that. I glued it on the front of the carb. Hopefully you guys can even see this. Glued it on the front of the carb, painted it up the way it should be. And I'm not worried about all the stuff on top here. If that makes sense, all the stuff up here on the carburetor, because this kind of flying saucer looking air filter cover and air filter sits on top of that and actually hides it. So that actually goes up into that. So we don't see it. We don't actually see it. So that not building that out works. So hopefully what we've got here will, I think, look like what we need. I think it's going to look pretty close. You can let me know what you think down in the comments section. Of course, I went ahead and glued in the breather tube and cap thing, whatever you call that. I've got our whole front assembly glued in. The other thing I had to do, and I'll throw pictures on this too. If you remember right, there was a coil, a really weird looking, like it didn't look right at all, sitting right here. So I had to shave that down and then shave it kind of back right here also. To make this runner, bring the runner on the intake, I had to kind of give it the shape it has. So I clipped it off with some clippers, shaved it down with an X-Acto, and then sanded it down nice and smooth to get the shape of that runner back. And then when we get our distributor, usually when you order the distributors, they come with a little coil, or at least you can order them with a coil, and we'll put that in right there. because that is where the coil goes. It just did not look right at all. It looked horrible. So I did that, and then I also had to clip off what was supposed to be, I guess, the carburetor. I clipped it off, shaved it down, sanded it smooth so that we could glue our carburetor in. And I think what we've got looks pretty good. Oh, I also remembered to drill for the I finally remembered to drill for the spark plugs when that time's come. So it is drilled out for spark plug wires. I've got to do more touch. The transmission needs another coat of paint just to kind of fill it in to make it look as best as it can look. I need to do a little bit of touch up here and there on some of the belts, the flat black belts. My least favorite thing when building these motors is painting the belts on these all-in-one kind of belt setups. On the Mustang, I did a custom belt, and it's so much easier. I didn't want to do it on this one though. I'm trying to not go as over the top on this motor. So I am painting it in. It needs a little bit of touch up here and there on the belts. I did paint in the air filter. Need to put all the decals. So the air filter gets a decal. The belt itself gets its decal. I guess this is the alternator over here, gets a decal. All those have to be put in yet. That has not been done. Got to finish the valve covers, get those on, and then once this is dried up or cured up, the chrome, I'm pointing off screen at it. Once the chrome stuff is completely cured up, I'll get the air filter itself glued in. I'm wondering if I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want to put in a throttle cable and fuel line. The fuel line, I'll see if I have a picture, or I'll find a picture of it that I can post up. The fuel lines and the fuel filter kind of stand out on the motor. So I think they come up front here, if I remember right. They come up front, and the fuel filter sits right in this area here. So I think I might do that because they're awfully prominent when you see the motors. All the pictures I've been looking at, it's very prominent. That fuel filter sitting there with the fuel lines coming up right there. So I think I'll probably do that. I'll probably put in a linkage. So I might do that before I put the air filter on, just so I think it'll be easier. I still need to order all the parts. So I need to do that now, I guess. Go ahead and it's not that much. I just need a distributor. I need to see what color. I don't know what color the original plug wires would be. Were they black? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that to see, because I want to make sure I get the right color plug wires for factory correct off the assembly line this year Ford motor. I don't know. I have to look at that. So I might have to order plug wires. I might not. It depends if I have the right color or not. So plug wires, I'm kind of making a mental list for myself. Most likely plug wires, distributor, what you call it, coil. I might look and see if there's a fuel filter available, so I don't have to dig through the parts bin again and try to scrap one together. Is there anything else? Am I missing anything? Let me know down in the comments if I'm missing anything else. But let me know what you think so far. I think it's looking nice. I'm having to be very careful with this one because I don't want I don't want it to be dirtied. I don't want it to be weathered at all. I want it to look brand new. So it's going a little slower. I got to make sure things dry and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, but let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm going to get this finished up. Monday we'll have an update on the Mustang. I about got the paint ready, so I'm confident in that. I know I've been saying there's one coming, but just it takes time, and it's taking more time than I really wanted. Well, I have to find the time, and then it's taking more time. Anyways, that Monday will be the update on that. We'll come back to the Thunderbird on Tuesday, so that we can see the completely finalized motor and start moving forward with the rest. I've got to get body color too, so I'm going to have to find that. I'm going to have to figure out the body color part because I want factory correct body color. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit the like button. Is there a hype button? I don't even know if that's on my channel or not. I know a hype button's coming around. If it's there, hit it, push it, please. I think it's supposed to really help. Subscribe if you want to keep up with these builds. Do all those things that everybody else tells you to do on YouTube. And I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.